Letting go, it is a practice, not just an experience. And believe me, letting go is powerful. You'll have no doubt seen this before. You'll have no doubt read this, seen this, heard this. But I want this video to help you come to really know how powerful letting go truly can be for you. My name's Victoria. I'm a personal development and money mindset coach. I specifically help people lose the hold that money has over them. Yeah, that fear, that deep connection in their gut to not having what it is they truly desire. That's what I help people to clear. So please do subscribe if you would like to learn more about how you can start changing the patterns in your life and creating the outcomes that you truly want to. So today's video is all about letting go. This is something that is so important. Letting go, trust, surrender. Yeah, 3 words that you will hear a lot in this space. But what does it really mean? Because I bet you, if you're watching this, you've gone to different rituals and you've put down your worries, put them in a bowl and burnt them. They're still there, yeah? Okay. Now, I'm not knocking those rituals. Those rituals have their place and they are a beautiful catalyst to help declare that you are ready to change. And that declaration is what is so key. That declaration that change is inevitable, that declaration that you are here and ready for more right now. That declaration is important. But if we don't follow through, it's going to fall flat. And this is the thing that people don't often recognize. They think, well, I went to that ritual, that clearing, yeah, but nothing's really changed. That's the catalyst, that's the declaration. But the universe isn't just going to hear that once and go, oh, okay, that's all that you need. Here you go, ta-da. Okay. The universe wants you to go deeper. Yeah. Well, the universe doesn't want anything, to be perfectly honest. Okay. But you have to look at your deeper patterns. So that declaration is a beautiful thing. It's certainly the place to start. But how can you then build a practice to help you to notice letting go? Well, you do that through your awareness. Okay? So whatever it is you're ready to let go of, let's just, for the sake of this video, because it's what I talk with about, it is the weight of money. Okay? It's the fear that you perhaps can't get your business to the level you want to get it to. It's the fear perhaps that you're not charging enough. It's the fear perhaps that people are going to say, you're charging too much. Who do you think you are? Okay? It's money in one way or another. And so you've gone, as I say, and you've declared to the world that you're ready to let it go, to let go of this fear and this worry. But guess what? It's still there. And that's because it's deeper. We always need to go a little bit deeper. We always need to go quite a lot deeper, actually. Okay, so yes, first off, letting go is a practice. It's not an experience. So you can use a catalyst to declare and kickstart it, but you do need to remain committed and responsible. Okay, let's imagine for a moment. In fact, you may well have experience of this. Have you ever kicked a habit in the past? Maybe it's smoking, maybe it's drinking too much, maybe it was not going to the gym, maybe, yeah, whatever it was. If you have a habit and you stop that, you'll recognize that there was a point where you went, I've had enough, I'm not doing this anymore. But it didn't just go gone like that, did it? You needed to become aware, you needed to maybe think of some strategies. And maybe you didn't, maybe it was easier too, because I do believe changing a habit can be much more simplistic than the stuff that we're fed all the time about it taking so many days and all the rest of it. Anyway, think of those moments when you have just decided, so you've done the declaration, I've had enough is enough, I'm not going to drink as much anymore, I'm going to quit smoking, whatever it is. You've had that declaration. But then, as I say, you've had to find yourself in situations where you've gone to the pub maybe with your friends and they've been expecting you to drink, and you've had to have the resilience to say, no, I'm committed to me, I'm committed to this outcome. So I'm saying, no, I'm just going to have a soft drink or whatever. Yeah? Okay. So this is exactly the same, but what the problem is that most people don't recognize that their money stuff is a habit. Okay, so all that worry you feel, that anxiety you feel, it's a habit. And it might be a habit around money, but most likely it's a habit around your self-worth and your self-esteem as well. Okay, particularly when we look at that judgment, when you maybe think someone's going to say I'm charging too much. Okay, So what? Yeah. So what are you making that mean? People are always going to have those opinions. Whatever you do, people are always going to judge. Always. It's what they do. It's what we do. Okay. I make judgments too. I go to the supermarket and I judge things, think which one's better for what I want. Okay. We all judge. Okay. It's what you make the judgment mean is where you need to do the work. So, yes, someone's always going to say, oh my goodness, those prices are expensive. How are you going to run a business when you're charging that much money? Okay. Someone's always going to have that opinion. Yeah. Whether you charge £50 or £5,000, someone will always have that opinion. Yeah. Because it's perspective. £50 might be too much for someone. It's what you do with their opinion that matters. What do you do with that judgment? Yeah. What do you make that mean? That's important. That's where your power lies. That's their opinion. They're not your customer. Move on. You know that you provide tremendous value in the world. Yeah? So that's where you put your attention. So, as I say, I was talking about habits really, and I was talking about how, when we're kind of not always aware that we have a habit that we need to break. Yeah? So what shows us that we do is, those responses, those reactions. So in those sorts of instances, if you instantly default back into, oh, I'm not good enough, I shouldn't be charging this sort of money, is that a money problem or is that a self-worth problem? Okay. Self-worth, money, deeply, deeply intertwined. Okay. People often come to me with a symptom around money, but the work we're doing is all around this inner work, shifting, how they know, like, love, and trust themselves. And this is the grip of fear, really. It's so big. Yeah. So when we want to let something go, we obviously make a choice that we want to let it go. But if fear is still gripping, fear has still got a hold on whatever it is you want to let go of, then you do need to go deeper. And do some work alongside the practice of letting go. Because as I say, it's a practice, not an experience. It's something you need to commit to daily if you want to make changes to an area in your life. Okay? So it's so important to have that awareness and to do that deeper inner work as well. Because whatever has a hold on you, we need to dig deeper. And yes, we need to declare I'm ready to let it go, but we need to look at those attachments. And of course, they will happen, won't they, from your formative years. So you're born, you're a blank canvas. And as a sponge, you're a sponge, you take in everything that you experience, even when you're in the cot. You pick up on how your parents are feeling. You pick up on energy. And so you pick up on all the things that you hear. So actually, if you have spent your life thinking that you're not good enough, okay, that's going to be deeply rooted in you. And so whilst you might want to let go of the fear around money, I'm fed up with money having a hold over me, it's time to let that go. Is it really money? And that's the question we need to ask. Okay, because actually, if from a young age you have been absorbing stories of not being good enough, and this could mean that you haven't been told directly you're not good enough. Okay, but if you were raised by people that were people pleasers, if you were told to shush, be quiet, somebody else is speaking, or wait till we get home until you tell me what you want to tell me. They are all ways that we have been shown that actually we don't count, our opinion doesn't matter, or actually what I'm desperate to tell you. So these are little things that can build and build and build. Okay. And then add to that, of course, yes, there's the distinction around somebody's money relationship. So again, all those stories you hear about money feed into that as well. But they are connected. They are so connected. And I know this because for years I tried to get rid of my money stuff, my money stories, my money heaviness, my money weight, all of that. And I do all the things. I do the money mindset work. And it would only get me so far. And it was because it wasn't really about the money. It's about how much I loved myself. And so this is why sort of doing the inner work alongside the practice of letting go is so powerful. Yeah, because you can release it. You can release and release and release, surrender. Yeah. But you really need to trust yourself. Trust yourself that you can let go. Trust yourself that you can rewrite a new story. Okay? So it's so important, as I say, to have that alongside as well. So, yeah, letting go is a practice, not just an experience. So, just the top tips I wanted to mention really is you've got to be ready. You have got to be ready. So, that declaration, that ritual, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But you also need to be ready to go deeper. Okay? Because sneaky stories lurk, they lurk beneath the surface. So you might be ready to let go of your money problems, yeah? Your fears, your patterns around spending money, the money in, money out. You might be ready to let go of that. Actually, if we go deeper, what's creating that? What is creating that? If it's low self-worth, then we need to be working on that too. Okay. You also need to commit. Yeah? You need to commit to changing. You need to be consciously every day thinking, who am I being? What is it I want to create? What is on the other side of this? And then you start creating here and now. That again is something that's so important. Being responsible, that's so important as well. Okay, hands up. I got myself in this position. I see now that I have misused money. I see now I have no reverence for money. I see now that I am scared of money. I see now that I have been performing under the illusion, the identity rather, of somebody that can't build a business. I see that. I'm responsible for my business not being where it is. It's got nothing to do with the economy, nothing to do with the fact that that client said no to me last week, and has everything to do with me. Okay? Responsibility is a big part of this as well. Because when you can be responsible, that really helps with the declaration. So I'm ready to change, ready to see what needs to change, and you'll start to catch yourself and pattern interrupt. So that's so important as well. And the other thing I wanted to just go back to was that whole thing around judgment. Okay. Very often, more often than not, it's when we hear things from other people that we stop, because we hear someone say, actually, it's far too expensive, or who do they think they are charging that sort of money, or look at them over there with their fancy car. And so it's important for you to recognize that people will always judge you. They will always, always judge you. We are never going to get rid of that. So stop trying to. But what I want you to do is notice that when you have a big response, when you have that big response to something somebody has said, do please take a moment to have a look at what you're making the judgment mean, because that's what you can work on, is what you make their opinion mean, okay? Their judgment mean. So that's important to look at as well. And trust, again, is something I'm going to be talking more about in the coming weeks, so please do subscribe. But trust is so important as well. And I think trust is something that it's so easy to lose, okay? Particularly if you're working in a spiritual space, it's so easy to say, oh, everything is working out for me. I've seen some angel numbers. Okay, everything is working out. It's great. I'm going to take my foot off the gas. I've made it. Everything's about to come together. And we take our foot off the gas and the fear takes back over. Okay? The signs are simply signs to say, yeah, keep going. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Being who you're being. Okay? Yeah, the universe works on reflection. So you can't just stop and expect everything to fall into place. So remember, letting go, hugely powerful. We let go, we create space for more to enter into our world. But you must be ready to let go. You must be ready to really go deep and remove that fear. Remove it. Because where has it got you? What has it costed you over the years? So these are really important questions to be asking yourself. Please do subscribe to my channel because I talk about identity, I talk about money stories and patterns, personal development and self-esteem and self-worth all of the time. I'm on a mission to help people feel happier and more peaceful. Yeah. So please do come and join me. Thank you so much for listening today. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments below. I will come back to you. But I'm sending you all lots of love. Please know that you can absolutely let go and surrender and trust. Okay. But it's going to take a little bit of work, maybe. You've got the magic. Take care.